Hey, my name is Michael Otis, and I'm the founder of Procoto. I started this company because back when I was running sourcing teams, I looked all over for something like this. I just wanted something that was simpler, more affordable, more modern to help manage my procurement process with my team. But everything that was out there was just not that. Everything was big and clunky and outdated and very, very expensive. So we are fixing that. I'm going to walk you through a quick demo. If you like what you see, go ahead and get started with the free trial. So Procoto is a source to contract tool that helps you run RFPs, manage your vendors, and track your contracts. Running a full RFP covers all of the above, so let's walk through one together. All right, let's click this blue button in the top left to get started. Let's say we are looking for a general contractor in the Atlanta metro area. We'll make the Procoto admin the owner. I don't think we have a good category for this, so let's actually create one really quickly. Let's call this repairs. We'll save that. Make the deadline for vendors to submit bids the end of May. And we'll continue to more detail. So we start with the overview information that we just completed up at the top, but then I add some custom fields. So first one for region, we'll select the Southeast, and then individual sites. Let's do Atlanta and Alpharetta, both in the Atlanta metro there. Then let's add a note for the team internally that we may expand to Augusta in the future. Let's add some tags here. So GC, so that we can search for general contractor throughout Procoto. And then let's do Atlanta, Georgia. All right, so now we can search those tags throughout the system. Now let's add attachments. Let's include the overview doc for the team internally. Now we're ready to invite some vendors. So we move over to the sourcing tab up at the top. Let's select our vendors first. So this is pulled from your existing vendor database that you can upload all at once, add vendors along the way, a little bit of both. We're going to select by and large, Cyberdyne and Dynaco here. We'll click update. Now we're going to let our vendors know that the Alpharetta and Atlanta locations are included in this opportunity. And then we created some custom fields for the vendors to complete as well. So 2022 revenue, total cost, and whether or not the business is minority owned. We're going to require vendors to complete all of these, and they will be summarized in the quotes table that we review at the very end. Let's add our pricing spreadsheet and the scope of work for our vendor. Attach both of those. Okay, let's invite them. So I'm only going to invite myself here so I get the email, but we click Cyberdyne and click invite to bid. And just like that, we've invited a vendor to bid on a sourcing opportunity. So now we wait for the email. And here it is. As you can see, very simple and straightforward for the vendor. Quick summary of the opportunity, button to click to submit a bid, and no requirement to create an account. We want it to be as easy as possible in the vendor. So they go in here, quick summary up at the top of what they're submitting on. You have the attachments for them to download, review, complete if necessary. We see our custom field of Alpharetta and Atlanta up there. And then we have a bid expiration date, so we know how long the bid is valid for. We'll throw in the end of May here. Add a note for when the team reviews the opportunity. And let's create these custom fields that we're requiring the vendor to complete as well. So let's say our 2022 revenue was $5 million. Ooh, let's count our zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total cost for this general contractor bid, let's say $500. And as a white guy filling this out, we'll say no, not minority owned. We did not complete the pricing spreadsheet, but we'll upload one just for the sake of it. And just like that, we can submit our bid. Very straightforward. All right, it has been submitted. We close this. We go back to Procoto. We'll navigate to the quotes tab. We will click refresh. And there's our bid. So ideally, we have all of our vendors submitted in here, but just for simplicity's sake for the demo, we have the one I just completed. Now we have our custom fields that we added that we wanted included in the quotes table here of the 2022 revenue, total cost, whether or not it was minority owned. If we open the bid here, we see further details. So those fields we just reviewed, the note from the vendor, and the pricing template that we can download and review in complete detail. When all of your vendor bids are in here, it's very easy to compare and contrast all of them. You can go and select your winning vendor and then move on to the contract status. So let's navigate to that very last tab. I already went ahead and created a general contractor Atlanta Metro agreement. You can see all the terms are pulled in. One feature I do want to highlight here is the auto renewal reminders. So you select auto renewal yes, and then input the cancellation window. And Procoto will send you an email to give you a heads up. Hey, this contract is coming up for auto renewal. Would you like to take it back out to market, renegotiate with the vendor, or whatever the case may be? And there we have it. So say goodbye to all the extra supplier emails, all the shoddy vendor and contract data, and all the pesky auto renewals. Oh, and no hidden pricing or salespeople with us either. Just go to our website. All of our pricing is public. Just pick the tier that's right for you. And if your interest is piqued, just click the free trial button up here in the top corner. It It really should be that easy, and it's super frustrating that it usually isn't when I use other software. So when it comes down to it, Procoto is making procurement simple, accessible, and affordable. It's about time somebody did.